For you, communication is not easy, but you need to find what is my way of
To
communicating.
communicate, yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely,
because
definitely.
it's not the same for everyone.
Coming back to mother, I remember that last year I've been doing so much like self work, and I started journaling because if I struggle with communication, then I can just write it down on a piece of paper. And since that time, basically, I journal every single morning, everything what's on my mind, because I have a tendency to overthink as well. So journaling really helps me. And I remember that, being aware of who I am, and knowing myself now, I had to forgive my mom for what she's never gave me.
Mhm.
Even without like telling her how it makes me feel, because that wouldn't change anything. But so I written down a letter to her, forgiving her for what I've not got from her. That was my way to forgive her, basically, for the love that I've never got from her. So I think that's, even if we've never got it, if we never got that love and that care from our caregivers and parents, it's really important to forgive them and move on. Do you feel like you've got the love that you needed, you wanted from your mom?
From my mom, I think I did. I think I
Mm-hmm.
got a lot of love. I think she was, as a teenager, like a 16-year-old, and I was the only thing that she had that was good,
Mm-hmm.
right? So in many aspects, I feel like my mom loved me more than enough.
Mm-hmm.
She loved me for her and for my dad. My mom was my mom and my dad in many aspects,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I feel like she loved me more than enough. And I feel like I can never match to how much
Mm-hmm.
this lady loves me. And again, it's a very different type of love. Maybe it's not
Yeah.
the same as we
Mm-hmm.
see in movies.
Mm-hmm.
My
Oh,
mom doesn't
definitely not.
tell,
Definitely not.
definitely not. My mom doesn't say, I love you. If you ask me the last time she told me I love
Mm-hmm.
you, I don't remember. She's not a huggy, touchy person
My mom's the
as
same.
well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is
Mm-hmm.
quite, if you think about it, it's a bit cold, right? She's
Mm-hmm.
not very touchy feely, not very huggy. I think the last time we hugged was maybe New Year's, because it was like, yeah, New Year, Happy New Year. And then it was like a very quick hug. Um, that's it. But like, I love you and stuff like that,
Never.
we
Yeah.
never say
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
But the love is there. It's a different connection.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bond. It's a friendship. My mom is literally my best friend, and I'm very lucky
Mm-hmm.
to have a relationship like that with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with, for example, my dad, it's a different type of love.
Mm-hmm.
I love him and he knows I do, but my mom, she's number one in, if that was like a parents award, she,
She's
and
the
she always says, oh, you love your mom more. And it's true.
one.
When I was a kid, I definitely liked my dad more.
Mm-hmm.
But as you grow older, and I think with puberty and all of those things, and my mom had to deal with me and the patience that she had and all of those things, I can only commend her for being able to deal with,
Mm-hmm.
even though I was not a difficult teenager, I was
Mm-hmm.
just very, how can I have a soul of an artist. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm very much like, when I feel something, I feel it deeply. Do you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Very sensitive,
Absolutely.
very
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah. And she was able to navigate all of those
Oh
emotions with
wow.
me. That's what I mean.
Mm-hmm. That's
That's what I
amazing.
mean by that.
I think that because my love language is physical touch, and I really need that physical touch. And my mom is not that person at all. And when I was a kid, I've never got it when I was a kid. So that's what I've missed the most, to have that like physical touch with my mom. But just the same as your mom, she would cook, she would do everything to show me that I'm protected and safe and loved, but in a different way, not necessarily in the way that I needed.
Mhm.
So that's just a different type of love, and that's also what we experience in romantic relationships when our partners are completely different. They have different needs than ours, and that's beautiful as well, as long as we accept that and can see bigger on a bigger picture, that love has many names, And
Yep.
love is love, basically, right? But again,
100%.
it comes back to the communication, to communicate our needs, so then our partner or our friends can treat us and give us what we need the most.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Self-worth. How can we see our worth? I've seen your life with Ja, which is my
Mm-hmm.
friend, and that really inspired me. And it was very emotional when you talked about how beautiful we are, and that we don't see that in ourselves, but we
Yeah.
see that we see many good things in other people. For example, on Instagram, we value other people, but when it comes back to us, we can't see our worth. We see our complexes. We see how not good enough we are. We never see our worth, our beauty, our uniqueness. Where can we start? What can we do?
It's a very good question. I think I said this in the other live,
Mm-hmm.
with a live with Ja, and I'm always going to say this. When people ask me how do we do this, I'm an expert in myself. I'm not an
Yeah.
expert in
Mm-hmm.
anybody. So
Mm-hmm.
everything that I share are things that may have worked for me, but
Yeah.
there's no guarantee that they will work for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with to share all of those things, but am I a know-it-all? Not in any way. So I always think it's important to put this disclaimer out there,
Mm-hmm.
because there's so many people out there giving advice that may not be for you. So I
True.
think it's important to say that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to finding your own self-worth, boy, it is a journey. It's not
Mm-hmm.
going to be as simple or as easy as one, two, three, or reading a
Steps.
post on
Yeah.
Instagram and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
suddenly I know my worth. It
Yeah.
takes time. It takes time.
Mm-hmm.
If you have been like myself, 20 years of your life not loving yourself, not recognizing your beauty, thinking that because you were bullied in school that
Mm-hmm.
you were in fact ugly,
Mm-hmm.
thinking that you were never going to fit in
Mm-hmm.
because you sound very manly, you are very hairy, all
Mm-hmm.
of these things. uh your breasts are saggy. My breasts have been saggy since I was a child. Like,
Mm-hmm.
since I had breasts, they've always been saggy. So
Mm-hmm.
then it's like, why are your breasts saggy?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking something must be wrong with me
Yeah.
because my
Mm-hmm.
breasts are saggy.
Mm-hmm.
So then you don't love
No.
your saggy
Mm-hmm.
breasts. You
Not at
don't
all.
love your big nose. You don't love your big lips because they were torn apart by other
Mm-hmm.
people. And you
Mm-hmm.
start believing what
Done. Mm-hmm.
them. Exactly. So then if for 20 years you believe this, it's going to take time for you to recognize these things. But for me, realizing that I am going to be with this person, I'm going to be me for the rest of my
Mm-hmm.
life. This is who I'm going to be with for the rest of my life. This is my home. This is my place. And I cannot change this person. I need to learn to love this person because this person deserves my love.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen what she has been through for 20 years. I have seen the hurdles. I have seen the struggles. And I cannot continue to tear her down every single day if I want to excel.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to excel, I need to continue to be my own best friend. If I want to have the things that I need to be my best friend. I need to uplift myself. I can't be going into places thinking, oh my God, they're going to think I'm ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Because then guess what? They will think
Yeah.
you're ugly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't be
Absolutely.
going to places thinking I am not going to fit in because guess what? I am not going to fit in.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go into a place knowing that this is who I am and this is how I'm going to show out. And I am okay if people don't love me
Mm-hmm.
because I love myself. I am okay if I don't fit in because I make my own place. I live in my own kingdom. I'm fine. I do not need other people's validation
Mm-hmm.
because I will continue to validate myself. Every single day when I think I'm not good enough, I'm going to say to myself, you know damn well you're good enough
Mm-hmm.
because you've shown to me. You've shown to me. I can tell you, Mona, that I'm good enough, and you're gonna think, yeah, you're good enough. How do I know? But when I say that, I know I'm good enough because
Yeah.
I've seen
And
it.
that's all you need. That's all you need.
Exactly. I do
Mm-hmm.
not need your validation
No,
because you don't know it. You have
no.
not experienced
Mm-hmm.
me
Mm-hmm.
for the 32 years that I exist. You
Exactly.
don't know what it feels like to walk in my shoes. But
Yeah.
because I know it, I
Mm-hmm.
walk tall. I
Mm-hmm.
stand tall
Mm-hmm.
because I know where I've been and
Mm-hmm.
I know where I can go and I know where I'm going. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I have confidence in that because I know that if I do not love myself, I'm only hindering myself. I'm not, if I really want to win, I need me.
Mm-hmm.
I need to cheer me up. I need to lift myself up. I need to celebrate myself. I am never going to win. I am never going to be successful. I'm never going to excel. I'm never going to be happy if I don't love myself.
True. Life
I
is
can have a
life.
boyfriend. There you go. There you go. Go ahead. Sorry.
Life is difficult when you don't like yourself because every day you have to face person that you don't like. Every single day you look in the mirror looking at the person that you don't like, and life is difficult when you
Exactly.
choose it, you know. But also if you don't have that love towards yourself, how can you expect others to love you?
Exactly. But it's a process, as I said.
Hmm.
So
I
you
don't
can
think
start.
that there's like an end line to heal, to be like, oh, I reached the point. I love myself so much that that's over. I don't have to learn about myself anymore. I don't have to expand anymore. That's it.
Exactly.
The truth is that on that way to self love, self worth, your values, you still gonna have moments with self doubt and imposter syndrome and all of that. I will be coming back, but that's the moment when you have to prove yourself what you've been working on, and that even if that moment comes, you know your self-worth, you know your values, you know who you are, and you know for what you are here. And you have right to take space, you have right to take your time and get closer with yourself.
No, I completely agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think just understanding that it is going to take time. It's
Yeah.
not something that's going to happen like this. It is a constant thing. It's a
Mm-hmm.
constant
Mm-hmm.
learning. It's a relationship really that
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
having with yourself. It's going to
Mm-hmm.
take time. There's going to be
Mm-hmm.
days that you're going to be like, ugh,
Mm-hmm.
I don't get this. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm not happy. I don't like the way I look, whatever the case might be. It's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But then, exactly as you said, it's in those moments that you need to nurture yourself the most.
Mm-hmm.
It's in those moments that you really need to give yourself the hugs that you've
Mm-hmm.
been wanting to
Yeah.
receive. So you
Mm-hmm.
need to really be like, you know what? How can I uplift myself right now? What can I do right now that will make me feel good?
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to rest? Do I need to eat strawberries, my favorite fruit ever? Do I need to go outside and go for a walk? Do I need to listen to my favorite song and dance naked? Do
Mm-hmm.
I need to eat chocolate? Do I need whatever? What is it that's going to make me a little bit happy right now?
Mm-hmm.
What's going to give me that love that I'm craving from
Mm-hmm.
myself
Mm-hmm.
right now?
Mm-hmm.
And I think understanding that is important. And journaling,
Oh, yes, yes.
talk about,
Mm-hmm.
I cannot tell you enough how journaling has changed my life because I've been writing since I was like 12,
Mm-hmm.
but I never understood that that was journaling. It was just
Mm-hmm.
how I communicate anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to write how I think, even when my thinking may not be the best. I like to express it.
Yeah.
And as I grew older, I do also, I don't know how you would you call that, but like voice journaling. So
Oh, all right. Okay.
I would
Record
instead of
yourself.
writing, but sometimes writing can be a bit long for me.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
if I'm feeling a type of way, I would just talk to myself and say, you know, this is how I'm feeling today. I
That's
don't feel so good
amazing.
today. I don't feel
Mm-hmm.
like I am where I want to be in my life today.
Mm-hmm.
And I also have this particular voice note that I have that I like to listen to when I feel very low. And I'm saying to myself all of the amazing things that I have done. It's
Mm-hmm.
like a reminder to myself. And then it feels good to listen to my own voice. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know how to explain it, but it's an amazing feeling because you feel like, you know what? Actually, I am this person. I am
That's
this.
me.
Yeah, that's me. I am this person. I have done so many amazing things, but I keep forgetting
Mm-hmm.
all of the things that I
I
might
think
have.
we all do. We all do. Like when we feel sometimes like a failure, or that you can't see your future, you can't see your next 5 years, and you're in the future, you forget about the past and what you've done and what you can be proud of.